I like it to feel really good to wear it because I don't like tags and itchy things in my clothing. So I don't have any of that in the clothing that I make.
And everything that you make is one of a kind.
It is, and generally recycled, so that it's green. I take things that are being thrown away.
Well, I've seen some brown stuff of yours. Not everything's green.
No, not it's all different colors. It's all different colors. Oh, we got to get her up on that. Oh, yes. Yeah, we do.
I was following until she came up with the
follow the lingo, Deb. Follow the lingo.
I'm trying.
Okay. Okay.
But gorgeous stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you do like cute little dresses that have some lace on them, and then you sew some vintage lace on some stuff.
And a lot of it's hand done. So yeah.
And buttons.
And I paint on it.
And you paint, yes.
I take 5 pieces of clothing and morph it into a piece of Franken clothing.
That's so cool. It's so cool.
Depends what I'm feeling like that day.
Remember that one jacket I fell in love with?
Yes.
Do you still have it?
I still have it.
I remember that jacket. Doesn't it need to go on sale?
Listen very
probably
carefully.
Quite soon, because yes, I want to do a book tour, so that's a possibility.
Listen very carefully. Can you hear it calling me?
It is.
Deborah. It could be.
Deborah.
I need to be in your closet.
It's on sale.
It's super cute. It is.
It is
cute.
really cute.
I had a lot of fun making that one.
Oh, it's nice. Everything that you make. So how do you make those journals? Do you start with something that's already in existence?
Yes.
Cereal boxes.
The ones that you looked at, I had some cereal box journals, and I had some made out of Jell-O boxes, the covers. And
gorgeous.
They
were
really
gorgeous.
Cool. I want to see them now.
They're super cool. Yeah.
Maybe you can send some pictures. Are you trying to sell everything right now?
I am trying to. I'm thinking about having an event. I did have an event last year at Tri-City Brewery. It was quite successful, and I'm thinking about having an event.
When do you want to go on your book tour?
Every single day. So
well, I mean,
he's selling my book.
But let's pretend for a moment. Would you ideally like to go in September?
I would like to go in the fall. That would be great.
Well, my friend, we have an event coming up called Fundapalooza.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It's at Tri-City Brewery. Thank you, Funda. It's at Tri-City Brewery, too.
Oh, that'd be great.
And it is on August 14th.
Okay.
You can have a table there. Compliments, my compliments.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome for that jacket.
I'll check my calendar. Wow, do you see what she did
I'm
there?
just kidding. I just thought of that after.
That flowed right out.
That's how I rock.
Oh,
and
man.
I'm just kidding. You don't have to give me that jacket for that because
But she wouldn't be mad if I did.
But I wouldn't. But you know what? My fee would not be equal to what that jacket is worth.
It's super
to have
cute.
a table there. It is really cute. So we're going to talk about Fundapalooza a little later, and then
maybe
you can
we'll have
mark
mugs
it
with
down.
etching that say Fundapalooza.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe
with the Diva logo on the other side.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
We could do that.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. So you're also an author, and I would like to know what you did first. Were you did you start them simultaneously or what?
It's really hard to tell. I started writing stories, not writing stories, but telling stories when I was really little. I couldn't write or read yet. And my parents had a huge reel-to-reel tape recorder. It was bigger than I was. So they would set this thing up in our library and put me on the floor with my giant microphone. And I would make up these very embarrassing stories, most of which had to do with being unhappy that I now had a small sister who was taking all the attention. So
is that Connie?
Yes.
Connie, plug your ears.
Poor Connie. She was, she was the mean snowman and all. Yeah, it was really these poor little embarrassing stories. No, she's an artist as well.
Oh,
so yeah.
So it just was your mother artistic?
My mom was a school teacher. And she started in a one-room schoolhouse. Wow. Yeah, so she had kindergarten till to 8th grade.
Oh, my God.
So she had to do everything. She had to do art. She had to do music. She had to do everything. And we grew up on a farm, but we also had a huge library in the farmhouse. When my grandfather bought it, he built the library because he was from a little bit wealthier German family in Detroit. And was exposed to a lot of culture, so that was important to him. So all the classics, and so I had all of those things at my disposal when I was very young.
Wow.
So I was
Wow,
really
you had a
lucky.
very well-rounded upbringing, farm and culture.
We had farm and culture.
That's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
And poop too.
and poop. Yeah, there was a lot of poop, a lot of different
Yeah.
kinds of poop. Yeah.
And running into trucks.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
So no wonder you're such an interesting person. You're very diverse, and rightfully so.
I'd like to think so.
Yes, well, you are. and you can try to hide it, but it's not going to work.
It won't.
I can't wait to get a couple bourbons in you and hear the stories
yeah.
fly.
There's quite a few
down in the
Yeah.
basement.
Yes,
Yeah.
in the pig,
The blind pig.
Blind
the
pig.
blind pig.
You
Yes,
said that right.
I don't know why I better
Blind,
write it.
thinking no
I'm going to write
C
it down so
and
I
pig.
won't forget. Yes, blind pig. I'm going to write it down.
Write it.
Excuse me a moment.
You'll have to check that out. Check out the lore.
Yes. Yeah. So, and you know what I'm going to have to do? We'll have to like put some of your dad's poetry up
Oh,
And-
he'd love that.
and a
Yeah.
picture of my grandfather somewhere as well.
Oh, that'd be great.
Maybe next to the still or something.
Oh, and we have poems about everything, and I'm sure there's some poems about stills.
Oh,
No, I bet there is.
Speaking of poetry,
Yes.
before we talk about your books, would you like to read us another one?
I would, and
Good.
This one's kind of a neat poem. It actually happened when my dad was in the Army. He was on the Korean front lines at first when he was there. He's a very young young man, and I'll read the poem,
Okay.
and you'll get the gist of the story. But this actually happened. It's called Heroes. I was drafted into the Army when I was 21. They trained me at Fort Knox, Kentucky, and handed me a gun. They sent me to Korea, and I was on the front lines for a spell. That's when I found out that war is really hell.
Oh.
They shoot at each other, and they really shoot to kill. Many a soldier died just trying to take a hill. I'm not trying to be a hero, is what I told my wife. I'm just another soldier fighting for his life. One day I saw a soldier dive behind a tree. I said, I won't shoot at you if you won't shoot at me. As he walked away, he walked under a great big limb, and he waved back at me, and I waved back at him. If they could settle war that easy, everyone would be free, and there would be no reason for any soldier to hide behind a tree.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
I love that.
it.
That gave me
Goosey
goosebumps.
bumps. Goosies.
And some people don't have their dads with them this year because he was in the war and and lost his life. So
Right.
to all those dads, happy Father's Day, and we miss you.
Yes, amen to that.
Yes. Yeah.
That was really nice.
beautiful.
And that really happened. He told us about that.
Wow.
It
And
was another
the
young man,
airman.
and they just kind of looked at each other and decided not to shoot at each other.
Wow.
They both walked away.
What a wonderful
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Ah, I love it. I would have liked to have met him. I bet he
Me
was pretty
too.
fun.
He would have taken over your entire show.
And we probably wouldn't have
He would have
minded
been
that.
squeezing me out of
Oh,
here
Get
yeah.
out of here,
Oh,
Deborah.
yeah.
with some bourbon.
On the blackberry brandy.
Yeah,
You would
that's
have
right,
been
the
all
blackberry
set.
brandy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
He would have made you a poem too.
he would
He
have.
would have probably
He would have
made you
written us
lot
a
of
diva
poems.
show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He would have.
Oh.
So now
You may have to. You may have to channel him.
Oh, I
and
may
raise-
have to.
We both thought of that at the same time. You might have to do it now.
I actually, when I typed this, I typed all these poems over him, and there were many, and it took a long time. And at the end of the book, I wrote a poem to him because I got it done around Father's Day.
Oh.
So, and he didn't know it was in there until we printed it. So I do have it with me.
I'd
Oh,
love
you
to hear
can
it.
read that one next.
And he was surprised. Must be the one way in the back. It is.
Okay.
Do you want me to read that
Yes,
one?
please.
This is for my dad. My dad is not the kind of guy who likes to read or write. He likes to smoke and tell a joke or make you taste a bite of something he's cooked or baked or canned or preserved, and any barb he throws at you is usually well-deserved. But I got a little worried a couple of years ago. He began to write night after night. You should have seen him go. A man who wouldn't even sign his name or X the dotted line began to craft poem after poem, and some were pretty fine. Yes, some were good and some were bad and some were in the middle. And there were a couple of iffy poems with which he had to fiddle. And I had to wonder what was going on. It was so out of sync for my dad to write down anything. It really made me think. I wondered if he might be sick or thought that he might die. I didn't want to think it true. It made me want to cry. But he kept right on writing for a year and even two, and he would write a poem about anything that anyone could do. If you saw him on the street and hadn't even met, he'd write a poem that was just for you in about 2 minutes, I bet. The two of us sat down this year and put them in a book. I can't say how many people wanted to have a look. And still he keeps on writing, and every one we save. I think he'll keep on writing poems when he's buried in his grave. And since it's Father's Day, I thought I'd write a poem for Dad. I hope he likes it and doesn't think it turned out bad. And in case you're wondering, I guess that you can see, he's not the only one that writes. It runs in the family.
Very
Thank
cute.
you.
I love it.
He loved it. He was really surprised.
Aw, I bet. That's really nice. That's really nice. So we're going to take another little break, and when we come back now, we're going to talk about books.
Yay!
Yes, you've been waiting, haven't you? Very patiently.
A little.
Okay.
No,
Well,
I'm having fun. This is a lot of fun. Thank you.
Good. And we always like when you're here, too. So
Thank you.
we're just going to take a little break, and we'll be right back.
Ew, what's that smell? They must not have used poo-poo be gone. Yeah. Don't let yourself be the topic of conversation in the local bathrooms. Use poo-poo be gone. Police.
Call the Zingy Divas for introductory price of $5. Call at 989-225-6090 or
Trust me, it works. If you're looking for an artistic women's portraiture company where she can bring out the best in you, a side that you want other people to see, then you need to call Indigo Moon. Each setting is designed especially for you. The number is 989-708-6776, not the run-of-the-mill portraiture company. Indigo Moon. Call Chandra.
Personal pampering from head to toe with Hairspray Holly, including nail art, hair treatments, special occasions, and so much more. Call Holly today at 989-225-8887.
Fun, friends, and a good time just starts to describe the enjoyment of the Sunrise Pedal Trolley. We offer a new and unique way to travel around Bay City and experience our area's culture, history, specialty, and antique shops. And of course, our local pubs. The Sunrise Pedal Trolley is a 15-person people-powered bike. Whether you're out on a wine walk, trying the newest micro beer, or just out to have some fun, we offer an experience like no other. Our riders pick the stops before we begin, making each tour different. To book a tour, visit sunrisepedaltrolley.com.
And we're back. We have to take a lot of breaks now because we have a lot of advertisers.
That's
Such a
good thing.
problem, yes. So I'll live with it. So we're here with Robin Deveroux Nelson. I guess we should say Happy Flag Day. Let's say it.
Happy Flag Day.
And what else? Happy Bourbon Day. And our show is dedicated to our friend Kat. And we send you bunches of hugs and kisses and anything else we can
Positive
send.
thoughts.
Yes. It's all yours. It's all yours.
It's your day.
Sending it. Yes. So we're here with Robin Deveroux Nelson. She is a multi-talented woman.
Thank you.
And I so admire you.
I don't know if you should.
I do.
Okay, it's a little misguided, but I'll take it.
I'm a little misguided. Let's face it. So, you've written a bunch of books now.
I have.
7?
No, not quite. Not quite.
6?
I've got 5 out. The first one was traditionally published. I won an award, national award. And that experience was interesting, a little disappointing and exciting, and the whole gamut of emotions.
What was the name of the award again?
The Fabry Literary Prize. It was a really cool award because the woman who established it was a Holocaust survivor, and she started telling her stories and then publishing stories of other survivors, and out of that the Fabry Prize was born, and it goes to a first novelist, someone who's never published a novel before. So that happened in 2010.
And what was the name of that one?
The book is In Violet's Wake.
And we have those for sale.
Yes,
here.
they are here at the office. And since then, I've continued writing. I've got quite a few novels in the can, as they say. I'm busily